talk about Forza 8. A little bit of that already. It's pretty.
Disney Infinity can discontinue opening takes.
Interesting. I don't know anybody.
Same here. But I'm like, oh, cool. I go up. I see something about Calling rabbits now instead of eating?
Yeah, he still eats them. Yeah. Yeah. You know.
What the fuck? Insects over here, Wayne?
Unfortunately, it's because and insects like the heat and humidity and then all the.
You have a lot of crap outside, too. Literally speaking, smells like crap.
A lot of manure, yeah.
Yeah, so that's not gonna do
Compost.
very well. God damn it.
Oh yeah, I forgot to bring in my copy of Deadpool. I bought that.
I just bought it right now along with Star Wars.
Yeah, I picked up the 4K version. I figured why not? I got a 4K screen in here and in there. The Xbox will output to 4K yet, but...
Which one? This one?
No. The Xbox One. It's supposed to, at some point, be able to do it. I just don't know that the Blu-ray player will do it.
Nope. Not gonna do it. Bet you anything you won't.
Probably not.
Megan Fox wants to play Indiana Jones. Nope.
Okay. No, that doesn't sound right.
Which one?
Huh? Yeah, it's basically there's really nothing else out there. 8
Time to
pages.
rearrange them. Put the Forza together.
Come on, over here. First Titanfall, Mass Effect, Five Nights at Freddy, Battlefield 1. Yeah, everything else doesn't really matter so much.
So what do you think of, give me your input. Civil War.
I thought it was really good, and I got the idea that Marvel might be using this as a setup for another movie that they haven't announced yet.
Which one?
West Coast Avengers.
No, called Secret Avengers.
Well, that one too.
Well, they gotta do Secret Avengers first. Disband that and throw them as the West Coast Avengers.
Yeah.
So they gotta do Secret Avengers. But here's the thing.
Up over that though too at this point.
What, the West Coast Avengers?
Well, both, because they're the way they're jumping into Infinity War.
Well, no shit. What are you expecting to do?
Yeah.
Nothing? No. You're crazy.
Who knows?
I like how Chekala, Black Panther, played it neutral in the end. Which he did in the movie. Well, in the comic books he did throughout the whole way.
Yeah, it was an interesting way they brought Park. I didn't really expect him to bring Parker in like that, but in a way it kind of worked too.
The back producers say of how Tony found out about him, right?
No, yeah.
Yeah, they said he was just keeping tabs on him. He knew who he was.
No. Interesting way to bring into the whole thing about Howard Stark too.
Oh, happened any
no plane crash or no mystery behind it now.
Yeah, it just
now it's actually we know what happened instead of the comics where we never knew what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it was a lot more darker than normal.
It was.
A whole lot more darker, which is pretty cool.
It was.
I was expecting Rhodey to actually get killed. I was expecting someone to get killed off.
Yeah, the way they played off the trailer. I mean, well, somebody did die, but it wasn't It wasn't an Avenger.
I figured Roma would die quick.
Yeah. Interesting way of throwing Peggy into it too.
Mm-hmm.
Good way of throwing her into it because that jump started. That's some start. Cap.
Eventually finding out that Agent 13 was his niece.
Well, he found that out in the previous movies.
Did he?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my. Winter Soldier? No.
In one of them he did, yeah. You know.
Why was he shocked when he saw her up there? He didn't know. He didn't know.
I swore he did.
No. He knows Agent 13. Bet you he didn't know the name. You watched the movie. I bet you $100 is not. He doesn't know. Alright, so 191. Let's go.
Yeah.
I swear to God, he doesn't know until that movie. Dude, the look on his face was... You didn't see his expression? No.
He was already distraught at that point.
No, but he, oh yeah, you know, Margaret Carter was my Aunt Peggy. And he was like, "What the hell, really?" You didn't know. All right, go. And we are back, Shadow Games Podcast, episode 191. And while we are here on the eve, of the release of Civil War, Captain America: Civil War.
Yeah.
So, what are we spoiling right now in this episode? Well, hold on. Oh, ate a burger right now, guys. Sorry. But we are here to spoil Civil War for you after the end of this podcast. Or
towards the end of it.
Yeah. Halfway in after our news lately. But we'll get with that on later on the podcast. But right now, what have we playing this since the previous podcast? Well, for me, I haven't playing a lot of Guile on Street Fighter 5. He's pretty cool. He reminds me of old school Guile. A lot of charge characters, a lot of this, that, and this, but nothing too crazy though. I still haven't really nitpicked him like what I did with Ken. Ken's a whole lot more mobile. I'm not a huge fan of charge characters, but we'll see how this one goes. Let's see. Other than that, that's about it for me. I mean, I've been playing a lot of Street Fighter 5 lately. A lot of online plays, but hopefully I get to play a little bit more this week. Wayne?
I have been playing more Destiny. Keep jumping back into that one, getting a little farther. I actually started a new character to try to build him up while I try to find some people to play with the other character to advance further.
Nice.
I figured why not? I'll see what I can do, how that works out. Plus some of the other characters are apparently more powerful in certain areas. So it might help me get past certain sections with those characters if I get far enough. Jump back into, of course, Avengers Alliance on Facebook. Doing another special ops mission right now, trying to unblock Thor.
Okay.
Jane Foster. Thor. As
Lady
as
Thor. Yeah.
Blue. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Nope. I don't think it was Blue Beetle, but I don't know whatever his name was. Anyways, trying to unlock him. They changed up the way the special ops work this time around. So instead of having a straight list of things to do, it basically said start mission 1 new, while you get another task of research and things to do over here and this and that, and kind of all over. Makes things a little more challenging, a little more difficult to figure out where you're at, but still kind of cool. I'm almost done. I got a little bit more to do to get the characters. Another, I think I've got to finish one research and then one more mission, and I should be good. Other than that, Transformers Earth Wars continues to be medium.
At best?
Basically, yeah. So I've been playing those. And I have been playing Avengers Alliance 2 well on not only my tablet but on Windows. I actually got my account synced that way now so I can play it.
How'd you like it?
It's actually, I like the way it works, but it's not something, I don't really enjoy it as much as I do the original Avengers on Facebook. So I keep going back to the original more than that.
Get off your phone, moron.
Yeah.
You're silent. Idiot.
You know, some people like to try to go once in a while.
That means you actually do have to, you don't. I just put it on vibrate. You'll never.
Yeah, it's their own different way of doing things, different storyline. I mean, it feels the same, really. So, definitely kind of enjoying that a little bit. And then, I jumped in and played a little bit of Forza 6 Apex. Right here on this computer the other day. Bumped up the resolution. I could only play it on medium at 4K, but still, you know. Hey, I got a pretty good system, but it takes a lot of resources to run full HD and all that.
Oh, yeah, all that jazz and whatnot.
But it still looked bloody amazing.
You're not British. Get it right, redneck.
I can speak.
No, you can't.
But yeah, it looks great. It plays great. I know a lot of people are having issues with it being because it's beta crashing and other issues.
That's common with it.
That's normal, right?
That's normal. That's what they call it. It's a beta.
But I had no issues at all, other than the stuttering. If I boosted up the graphics level, it's up to higher ultra.
Yeah, that's yeah.
So I mean,
lag effect.
I'm very happy with it. So definitely a game that I'm going to play at some point.
Yes.
What else have I played?
That's it. Well,
yeah.
Let's get on with the news this week. We got a few to cover, but a lot more to spoil for you guys this week. So, what do we got in the first news today, Wayne?
Well, Halo 5 Memories of Reach DLC is again going to be another free DLC. It's going to be coming later this month for Halo 5. What we're going to get a more balanced search match in your fire team skills, network connectivity quality, expanded, so you're going to widen parameters to find the best search. They're going to be more focused. They're going to narrow search to find the best match on your fire team. So there's going to be quite a few things to try to get you a better connection. There's also tweaks to post-game carnage reports. It'll display an overview of every reward you earned in the match, as well as up to 3 rare and legend medals. Also, a new player recap screen will display all medals earned in the match, quantity, medal rarity, description, your tool description.
Killed by press 11 to view the comments.
Commendations.
Commendations and probably recap. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Other than that, what else are we getting here? A few bug fixes in the game. It's pretty obvious, we expect that.
For the Spartan's chargeability, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. There's been a slight increase to movement speed while crouching. And of course, we're getting a whole bunch of different weapon skins and other things going in our armor. Different. It looks pretty.
That's it.
I believe this map is new.
The Frozen Stasis map.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So there's some new maps coming in as well. I think from what I understand here, they'll be live streaming everything tomorrow. If you watch it right now, you'll can stream with the developers on tomorrow. But for now, that's what we got.
Alright, so what do we have? More news from our two for games, or other game. His all-time favorite. Wayne?
Forza 6 Apex, as I did play a little bit of it. It is now available on PC in beta. All you gotta do is open the Windows Store and download it. It's kind of a curated experience that's really designed for newcomers to the experience. So you're not going to really get the cross-play at this point.
Not yet.
Yeah, the beta is going to last for several months.
Oh.
And it is exclusive to Windows 10. You can, of course, install it through the Windows Store, of course. You do have the option, if you have a later video, which I encourage if you don't have it, to change your storage. So, for example, instead of installing to my SSD, it's installed to my Raptor drive, so I have more storage space available to it. It's actually fairly reasonable on specs. I know some people don't agree with that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Minimum specs you need is a 64-bit operating system, Windows 10, version 1511, an Intel i3, core processor running around 3.7 gigahertz processor, 8 GB RAM, a GB Radeon, R7 graphic, GT740 or equivalent to one of those two, and 30 gig space for it. And recommended specs for 1080p, 60 frames per second, an Intel Core i7 3820 at 3.6 gigahertz, which is pretty standard. 12 gigs of RAM, 4 gigabyte of Radeon or GeForce. Let's see, for the Radeon, it's been 290X, and the GeForce is a 970, and of course 30 gig hard drive space. Now, recommended specs running for 4K at 60 frames per second, which is what Wayne was trying to do. It's an iCore i7 6700K at 4 gigahertz. 16 gigs of RAM, 6 gigs plus GeForce 980 Ti or Radeon Fury X. And awesome graphics card, by the way. A solid state 30 gigabyte hard drive space needs to be available too as well. So for the people who say, why do you need a solid state drive? Well, to make it run. Yeah,
when I get my new solid state drive, then I'll install on that because I'll have any space for it. That'll fly. The franchise goes though. Forza 6, we have a potential leak. And it seems to be somewhat confirmed by a Microsoft rep that we will be getting a expansion that involves NASCAR. That's right, NASCAR.
Yep. And from what there's a screenshot. Here's Microsoft. Looks like in
British pounds.
NASCAR expansion, Forza 6, and you can actually see it. Number 24, number 18. If you guys watch that type of redneck race like you, Wayne.
It's interesting. I think it's a good idea for the franchise because it expands it quite a bit.
Yeah.
It'll be really interesting. So it'll be
more news coming out soon. Well, once Forza relays it out. Yeah, and what do we got here? Oh, Nintendo. What? Emoto update.
Mitomo
update. Oops.
Yeah.
So pretty much the device details an update for Mitomo. It's a social network app for mobile devices. The changes will allow users to add friends, in new ways, among other things. Yeah. According to a message sent to Mitomo users throughout the apps, the update is quote unquote coming soon. That doesn't leave a lot of stuff. The list of additions can be found below, which is send friend requests using email and other methods, allowing you to connect with friends who do not use social media devices, answer the same questions as others when viewing quote unquote all answers. Yep. Edit me photo from the comment section, and improve the startup recovery speed too as well.
Yeah. So interesting enough, I haven't looked at the app today, but this morning when I got up, so it may be live, it may not be.
50-50 now.
Yeah, so they haven't specified when. It's a free app. Also confirmed that the next phone game will be the Animal Emblem franchise. Cool there, huh?
Got more news from here, you guys. So, Star Wars Battlefront 2 confirmed features content from the quote-unquote new movies.
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, so it looks like we're gonna have a little sneak peek of Rogue One on the game, and also The Force Awakens in the game too as well.
They didn't actually mention the games by name or anything.
But it looks like it, though.
Yeah, the new movies.
Yeah, technically you have the old school
Front sold 14 million copies already, which obviously they're going to do a sequel to that if it's doing that well.
Of course. My toe.
They also have stated that they plan to release one new Star Wars game every year for the next 3 to 4 years.
Yep.
So it's going to be coming out next year.
And also, additionally, Jorgensen, the Star Wars action game from the Dead Space Studio Motive, is coming during the next year. So these guys are actually going to make it.
Yep. Also, we've got the Star Wars game coming by the Titanfall developer Respawn. So
a third-person action adventure Star Wars game, sure.
Yep. It's gonna be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Or could be.
Speaking of which, of Titanfall 2 launching before the end of 2016.
Yeah, it's coming this year.
I was a huge fan of the first one. I kind of got bored of it after 6 months of playing it, but hopefully this will be a little more different. So pretty much Titanfall 2 will be out by the end of the year. Electronic Arts announced today, as part of its latest earning report, EA revealed that Titanfall 2 is scheduled for a fiscal third quarter release. Cool. That'd be awesome.
Sometime between October and December.
That's common right there.
It's going to be a busy gaming month or time frame. But we'll see how that works out. We're really looking forward to seeing exactly how the game's going to play, what they change to it, improve upon. And another game coming next year.
I got another Mass Effect game.
I don't know if I want to watch it, play it again or not. After last time, but I probably will play Andromeda. They have come out saying that it's going to be available early 2017.
First quarter, then I see.
Yeah, so I mean, they're really working on it. It has been delayed a little bit, but early 2017 is what we're still here. They haven't really said anything more about it. We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
All right.
We got watching. Welcome.
Hello. Oh, I didn't see you. Sorry, bud. All right.
Here's something that I know he's going to be excited about.
Well, he has all the games. Anyways, Five Nights at Freddy's console remakes in discussion. Quote unquote, it will happen. The very popular horror series Five Nights at Freddy's could be released on consoles, according to the creator Scott Cawthon, who has said he's in discussion with quote unquote a few companies to make this happen. Please, because a lot of people that doesn't play PC games are missing out on this wonderful creation you made.
It's a pretty sweet game. Yeah. We've seen it here a little bit.
So pretty much Steam's community page, Cawthon responds to a question from a fan asking about whether the series itself could be popular in the Wii U. Well,
about the Wii U per se?
Yeah.
Max. But the Xbox, the PS4, yeah, I think so.
The new consoles minus the Wii U, because remember, Wii U is all for the kids.
He's already said that he's in talks with companies who are interested in doing consoles. He said, yes, it will happen. It's just a matter of working out the details. It's basically what he says.
Yeah, it's just a waiting game. It's just planning things out, track here, sign, release the game.
So, and of course, they're still working on trying to get a movie based on it going, which is going to be interesting.
I know. Well, the only
and this franchise, this game series is so popular right now. There's even to Walmart.
I've seen cosplayers over my toe.
I've seen some serious.
Alrighty, guys. So Battlefield 1 officially announced. There's already a trailer out for it, and it's freaking awesome.
Go watch it if you haven't.
Awesome. Of course, definitely. So he's officially announced the next game in the Battlefield 1. Letter 1. Oh, sorry. Number. The game is set during World War I, which is pretty cool. And it features a new, pretty much new melee weapons, horse, and biplanes.
Yeah.
The trailer shows a rapid series of encounters with tanks, flamethrowers, ships, and artillery, as well as battles in trenches. The trench warfare, one of my favorites. Favorite subject in history. I actually am getting this. This
is looking pretty sweet. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this plays out in the long run. But it's looking very promising.
Mm-hmm. It's more promising than
and we
Modern
should
Warfare
be.
Infinite.
I believe this comes out in October.
Yes, so. It's more promising than Infinite.
Yeah, so take a look at that. It's pretty sweet there. Of course, we got Doom coming out this month, so
Woohoo!
I'm really excited about that one as well.
Okay, guys, so we've hit the end of the news, and I'm going to tell you this, guys, right now. You guys want to... Oh! Cash... What? Cool. Sorry, I lost track. But people that's here right now, listening to us on YouNow and also listening to this podcast, hey Cash, if you guys haven't seen us right now or didn't catch us in the beginning of the podcast, we're about to spoil Civil War for everyone. So if you guys want to tune out, feel free to tune out. We do apologize, but when it came out, I saw it Thursday night. Wayne saw it yesterday.
Yeah, I saw it last night. So pretty sweet.
So here we are. So I'm gonna give you guys about 5 seconds to pause this podcast or just completely
or mute or whatever.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Well, for me, a little question from Cash over here. I mostly play on PlayStation. I make sure PlayStation 4 and more of PC games. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the Xbox One mostly, but I do play PC and Xbox, or PC and Wii U for now.
Wii U.
I know. 3DS and mobile games and so forth. Don't have a PS4 yet.
It'll wait. Clarence had them. But right now, Xbox. Yeah, the only time I play on Xbox 360 is fighting games like Ultimate Marvel's Capcom 3.
Yeah, I still play a little few of the games, but mostly it's their backwards compatible ones that I play off the 360. I mean, I'll play Xbox One, but I still have three Xbox 360s
on here.
In the house.
All right, guys. So you've been warned. Here it is. Our review of Captain America: Civil War.
Woo!
So, to log out to not a hate mail, especially on Wayne. So this has been a very high beat within the past, and a whole lot more since it's supposed to be released. Either the week before, or the week after, supposedly Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Yeah. But DC decided to say, "Up, no, put a tail between our head and run a few months early."
Yeah.
Good job. Because you guys actually made some money, and you guys did because you guys do it. But enough of that. Thank you. Here it is: Civil War. How about you?
Overall, actually, a very well played out movie, a very well scripted.
Do overall in the end. Let's do story wise.
Story wise, I was expecting it to be quite a bit different than what I've read in the comics.
That's.
I mean, obviously, I expect it to be different, and it was, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't as far off as I was expecting it to be, which I thought was really good. I think they kept the story sick in a sense.
I do agree. I truly agree with Wayne on that. Keegan H, what's up? Sorry, I do agree with Wayne on that. They did change up the story a little bit instead of having Connecticut blowing, getting, reduced in half. You get a part of Wakanda, and thanks to Romulo, aka Crossbones, it blows up in an upper half, like the mid building.
The whole incident issue wasn't as big as in the comics.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, but not quite the same thing.
Yeah, it's killing maybe 30 to 50 people. In the comic books, they killed over 600 people.
Yeah, it was an entire town that went under.
Pretty much. And half of those were kids.
Yeah, because there was a school right in the middle of it.
Pretty much when the whole explosion happened. If you guys haven't read the comic books, go ahead and read it. It's awesome.
And actually, Comixology has a bunch of them on sale, or at least they did yesterday.
Yeah.
I went ahead.
Aiden S., welcome.
I went ahead and purchased them just so I have them digital so I can read them again.
Hey, before we keep on going, thank you guys. We are now number 8 on the hashtag gaming.
Woohoo!
Thanks, guys. So, let's see. Character-wise, how would you like the characters in this movie?
I think Captain was true to character. Yeah. Really felt good about the way Chris Evans for Captain. Same thing with Stark. It was very much Stark being Stark.
Typical.
Or, as many people have pointed out, very much like Robert Downey Jr. playing Robert Downey Jr., but...
That is true. Robert Downey Jr. playing Robert Downey Jr. wearing a updated knight's armor with boots and rockets and whatnot.
Black Panther was a difficult one because you didn't really get to see a whole lot of character from him.
Yeah, because he stayed neutral in the comic books. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's going to be interesting how it plans out in the next movie with him in it. But what we've seen, I really enjoy what I saw there. Obviously with Barton and Natasha, characters. Vision, him because he, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but he didn't really seem like he was quite the Vision I expected him to be, as well as written.
Be a little more human.
Well, not really, but
Paprika wasn't paprika.
Yeah, right. But yeah, it was well played, but it just seemed like a little bit off. Ant-Man was perfect.
Oh, typical.
I mean, you can't do that character wrong with
Captain America, I want you to throw this. While I throw this. Oh my God, I thought it was on the truck. My bad.
Right?
He from Paul Rudd, as always. Probably up to that man right there.
And the expanded scenes with Spider-Man in there, I think Tom Holland really did.
He nailed that one in the head.
You know, when they first showed Tom Holland come on stage as Parker, I heard a few people going in the studio in the theater going, they changed him. And
of course, he's a kid.
He's
still in high school, not in college.
I'm like, they had to change him because it's different licensing now. It's a different ball game. It has to fit into the story better.
Right?
You know, and it worked beautifully.
And I don't think that suit was CGI at all.
There were some scenes in there, but not a lot.
But CGI, yeah, pull your heads out of your butt.
The soldier character, the story-wise for him, the way they was written in there was perfect.
He was trying to find himself and also proclaim his innocence. Especially what happened.
They showed a lot more of the Bucky that we expect from the comics in this movie.
Yep.
But they also showed a lot more of the Winter Soldier that we know.
Yes.
So
let's see. For me, Black Widow, they showed a little more Black Widow, which I love. Damn mosquitoes. Yep, mosquito.
Yeah, not surprised.
I know, but Bucky was awesome. Black Widow was pretty good. Since if you guys haven't read the books yet, in the Civil War story in the comics, you have what's her name, Miss Invisible, the one who betrays Iron Man.
Yeah.
But in the comic books they switched it around. But in the movies they switched around to Black Widow, which is pretty cool. Yeah. And her excuse was, well, I'll help you find them, but not capture them, which is pretty smart.
Well, she and by continuing that battle, it was going to make things so much worse in the long run.
Pretty much.
And that's true, you know. Ooh, we're number 7.
Hey, thanks, guys. And the thing is, when they talked about Secretary of State Ross, they talked about what do you call that?
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. I like it when they were arguing, pro and con, and I like how Vision said it. He said it down the middle like a human being. He said there will be consequences to both our actions. You
know what I really liked about this movie? Was the interaction between Captain America and Falcon.
Oh yeah. That
took me back. I mean, it really gave me flashbacks to the old, comic books, the 80s and 70s. Really,
it's pretty cool. Let's see, the the character, the remorse of Scarlet Witch shows after what happened at the beginning of the movie. She was distraught. She knew what she had done, but would have been worse if she let Romolo detonate in the ground. So either way, it was going to happen. It was going to happen no matter what.
Yeah.
And let's see here. The Hot Aunt May. Marissa.
That was a little.
That wasn't May. That was like older sister.
Yeah, I was kind of upset with Aunt May.
That was. I mean, even Stark said.
Yeah.
Is there any relation between you and Aunt May? That was perfect talk in the middle.
That was pretty sweet.
That was awesome.
I still would rather prefer Aunt May being older, but it worked.
It's well. Dude, I don't care. If you haven't seen this, go watch it.
And
my favorite scene character. Tell me you have to agree with it. The young Tony Stark, the virtual thing when he was doing in MIT.
That was just so.
That was
oh my word, that
was old Robert Downey Jr. right there, which is pretty awesome.
It was like, oh my.
He even enjoyed that one too. He freaked out when he saw it.
Yeah.
So pretty much that section depicts pretty much the last morning that he saw his parents alive.
And you know, you really had Scarlet Witch really breaking down a lot. Yeah. She really showed a lot of emotion, but she really showed her strength too.
Yes.
And she really put some hurt on Vision.
Especially in the beginning. Talk about how we tired for 5 minutes, came back the rest of the movie. So props to that guy right there.
So many things just taken right out of the comic.
Yes, and then overall comic book nostalgia feel.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah, the Ant-Man riding Hawkeye's arrow, going inside Stark's suit,
exactly,
becoming giant Ant-Man. Crazy right there.
Yep.
Who else was we got? Jeez, there's so much crap in that movie. Agent 13. Oh, the most funniest part, other than the jokes here and there, is after Cap and Agent 13 made out. There was awesome Bucky and Falcon and Wilson inside the bug was priceless.
That was pretty good, but I still think that Stan Lee's cameo was the funniest.
Tony Stank? Oh yeah, that's him. I guess you never gonna let this one go. Yeah, reservation for Tony. One for Tony Stank. Right to the bathroom.
And of course when Ant-Man met up with Wilson and that little bit of kickback back and forth.
Yeah.
That ain't never going to happen again.
Remember, the second that happens, it's never going to happen again. And before that, when he gets out of the car, he goes, "Oh, you're Captain America. Oh, hey, I know you. You're cool too." And you can see, Elizabeth Olsen's face in the background. That should have been in a high, like a gag reel.
I get a lot of gag reels on this disc. I can't wait to see the bloopers, man.
Oh, it is hilarious. Let's see. Going back to nostalgia-wise, you've got the most iconic one, in my opinion, towards the end in Soviet Union when they were fighting in the snow. Iron Man's beam, putting a hurting on Cap's shield, like in the cover itself too. Yes,
right?
Yes, that was truly unbelievably awesome.
And I didn't really expect it, but when Lang became Giant Man,
the reference to, hey guys, have you seen this old movie called
The Empire Strikes Back?
The Empire Strikes Back. Goes how that? Because hey man, I don't know. How did you carbon date this dude? Yeah, well he's a young one.
Yeah. It
is hilarious. And especially he goes, yeah, remember the part when they tied up those walking things in the snow? He goes, you know what? Hey, this kid might has a good point.
I actually think that was well played on that one. A really good reference.
Since now, Marvel and
Disney are the same company.
And not Marvel and Lucasfilms are now Disney, so they can cross-reference whatever the hell they want.
Oh, just imagine the opportunities there, but they ain't gonna.
Just imagine the opportunities with with what's his name, Ant-Man and Quill. That's a comedy waiting to happen right there too as well. But yeah, so for me overall, 5 stars out of 5.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty solid film.
Very solid film. I always have my top 3 Marvel movies. Like, number 1 was the Avengers, the first one. Number 2, Guardians of the Galaxy. So right now, at number 4, Guardians of the Galaxy number 3, the Avengers are number 2, the first Avengers are number 2, and number 1 is Civil War.
Yeah.
This, by far, was the best non-Avengers movie that felt like an Avengers movie.
It was pretty sweet. Before I went in to see the movie, I was doing some flashback research on some of the old movies back in the day. To remember the original Captain America movies from. Well, no, there was the original Black.
God,
I remember watching them. It's really good to watch. Actually, it's totally different Captain America. Realistically, it is different, but it's good to watch to get a perspective on what happened in that era and how things were working. And then you go into the '90s with the other Cap, and it's like, what the?
It's a helmet with the big wings, an action horse on with the big old wings, right?
Yeah.
You can't get anything better than that, man.
It was easy.
So awesome.
I mean, it fit right.
And then you have
Nick Fury that was around.
Yeah, David Hasselhoff as Nick Fury. Pretty funny though.
They were enjoyable to watch at the time, but looking back on them, it's like, what was wrong with us?
Why did we watch this compared to now?
I mean, they had the ability to do things good. Like, I mean, you look at the Incredible Hulk TV series, that was incredibly well done.
Yeah.
And then you had the Captain America, it's like, what happened?
Oh, you got Thor, that looks like a damn Viking.
Yeah.
And then Iron Man, he kind of looks like... he looks like Bullet Man or something. I don't know. He had a huge... chrome dome thing as a helmet. And he looks like a man wearing an actual bullet as a costume.
Yeah. Yeah. That's from back in the day.
Yeah, indeed. And also for me, what did this do to me, especially when Cap wrote a letter to Stark?
Yeah. That was solid. That was Captain America.
If you have fans, someone to talk to, need help, give me a call.
It's like we may disagree, but I'm still
on your side.
Yeah,
we're still Avengers, even though it's partially disbanded.
Yeah, of course that won't last long.
I know. Next, 2017 and 18 is Infinity War.
And that trailer for Doctor Strange, seeing it on the big screen in IMAX.
I watched it on 3D.
Yeah, same here.
Oh, dear God, that's another movie I cannot.
It's gonna be trippy, but I can't wait to see it.
Yep. So what do you think of the end credits with the first one with Bucky and the guys being in Wakanda?
Yeah.
After they get bailed out. That
was pretty crazy there. I kind of, it made a lot of sense, and that really sets things up for what's going to happen in Black Panther.
Yes, a lot. Let's see what I want to know what the story was.
Yeah.
Because you have their.
I think his
nemesis is showed up in Avengers 2: Age of Ultron, which is Claw.
He's one of them, yeah. The White Gorillas are another one.
They're
all part of the.
But here's the thing: though, which one they showed first in the movies?
Yeah.
Claw.
Yep.
What happened to his arm? Ultron goes, "Hey!"
Right?
Yeah. So.
We'll see who they. I'm sure we'll see both of them at some point.
You'll never know because the only thing they're going to do right now is a one Panther movie.
Well, yeah.
For now.
Yep.
Another one too as well. The second ending. If you guys have, did you stay? The second ending after the end credits rolled.
I think I missed that one because it was really
like that. So here we go.
Fortunately,
after the production people's name, all that kind of stuff, Peter Parker's back in his house in Queens. getting iced up because he won a crazy ass battle.
Oh yeah, he got beat
and
up.
And then out of nowhere, he sees a red light coming out of his web shooter on his left hand. Aunt May comes in, he hides it. They had a little bickering that they were talking about. Oh, who beat you up? Did you put a good swing on him, Peter? He goes, yeah, he was kind of big, but I, put a hurting on him. She goes out, closes the door. Nowhere, you see a little bit of Tony Stark in that web shooter. What I'm referring is, that man has his bat signal.
Yeah.
This one, he pointed up on the roof. Red was shooting out. You have Spider-Man's face right there,
mm-hmm.
and you have little menu skins going on the side.
Yep. Classic comic book reference.
Yes. Thank you, Tony. Thank you for the classics. It couldn't get any better than opinion.
Yeah. It was. Oh man, it was nice.
So this is the last movie that Steve Rogers, Chris Evans would be in because his contract ended after this movie.
Yeah, but you know what? He seems to be more involved in it now too, so they might renew him.
They have to. He's part of it, unless he's taking a break until Infinity Wars,
or unless they bring Falcon as Captain America.
You want to know who took over his place after the war in the comic books, right?
Originally in the comics, the first one to take over
was Bucky,
but Falcon actually took over before the Civil War. Back in the 80s comic run when Captain America first died. Or second time he died. Whatever it was.
Second time. No, it's the first time. Second time. For me, Bucky's is the...
Bucky makes a lot more sense, but he's also got a lot more issues to work out in the movie verse so far.
But here's the thing, though. Falcon as Captain America, it's not going to make sense for all the only movie viewers, like a lot of people are. So
it's a tough sell. It really was. And it was a tough sell in the comics, too.
They're going to have to keep him in there.
For now.
Until in the end of until everybody's done with Infinity Wars.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, that's it.
And he has to be in Infinity Wars because it was already shown in Age of Ultron that he was on the ground.
Yeah, that's true. Or freaking Scarlet Witch's vision.
Yeah.
Anyway, again, that was it. Sorry for the spoilers for everybody that's listening right now on YouNow and also on our
YouTube website, whatever.
Yeah, I know. So, yeah. Can all just say, hey, that's it, guys. That's all this been going on with us this week. If you guys haven't seen Civil War, please do watch it. I haven't picked up Star Wars or Deadpool. I picked it before the podcast.
Yep.
Go and do it. All right, guys. Again, we are twoshotsofgeek.com, and we are here to bring you the future 8 bits at a time. What the hell was that? All right, guys. Adios.
That one's done. Kill this off here.